How's it hanging, dudes and dudettes? My name is Shawn, and I can run City Skylines 2 on medium settings.
Oh, happy day. Oh, happy day.
The game is still very low on frames and very, yeah, but still, I can at least work with this until I get a new GPU. And with that being said, please drop a like, help this video gain the algorithm, because today we are building a battery to start our first city, aptly named Tutoria. If you don't know what a battery is, it's essentially a style of road layout that resembles a battery and is often the easiest way to ensure that you are adhering to road hierarchy. In Cities 1, road hierarchy was everything. Your city would not function without it. Hierarchy works a bit different in City Skylines 2. Yes, you need to adhere to the basic principle of hierarchy, with larger roads leading into smaller roads, but City Skylines 2 traffic is much more forgiving. This will become apparent once citizens start moving in. So with that in mind, let's get started. So I went with the first map, Archipelago Haven. Well, I mean, because it's first, right? And this build is going to be for tutorial purposes only, right? So this pre-made interchange now offers two options once we get into the map of where we could start. After a quick check of the wind direction, I decided that the lower part will be for water, maybe some industry, away from the main town. That leaves us with this tiny roundabout here. I want to make this as friendly as possible, so I'll keep all the existing road infrastructure, but what I will do, since it's free, is flatten all this terrain so we have a flat surface to build on. We need to first build the backbone of the battery. The tiny AA battery, if you will. So, it's my first time playing, and I play around with the road types to see what I want to use, and I settle on the battery backbone entrance being a one-way. This will force all the traffic to circle around and create less intersection problems and allow traffic to flow smoothly. Now, you don't have to be too particular about the measurements like I am. I'm just a weirdo. Just make sure you give the road enough length for cars to queue up at the first intersection at least. Now, this first intersection needs to not be a one-way. The one-way can lead into it, but the cross section going across here needs to be allowing cars to pass through freely. And that's about all there is to this first connection. It's pretty simple. Now, once you get this long one-way rectangle connected up, you can now freely place intersections creatively.
Take it all back, hate the things that you said, 'cause I wish you didn't mean it. I'm under attack, running far, far away, and I'd rather keep my distance from you. You don't gotta lie to me to get through. Push and pull me off into the deep, and let's pretend that nothing ever happened on that night.
I stuck with the grid pattern, but I made different links between each intersection just to spice it up. And on the other side, I simply used a 3-lane road around this area, which will be for commercial use. I added one large intersection in the middle, which allowed me to switch up the 3-lane road so that I can make sure that there are 2 lanes exiting both ends of this battery. Again, just to make sure that traffic is flowing. But really, you can just have fun with this. Play around with the roads, play around with the intersections, make some zigzag lines if you want. Your battery will allow the traffic to flow freely. And that's one of the best things about City Skylines 2 so far, since I've been playing for a few hours, right? Now, all we have left to do is zoning. And we have to zone accordingly. And we have to make sure that all of our water and all of our power is connected up. And then we just watch our big fat car battery now grow into a city.
Over the edge, feel like I'm floating through the air. The pain I felt is paid for, all is said and done. Oh, I am restricted, fixed upon the web. I need that my mind is breathing in. Break out, I've got to see. Spent all my life holding all of it closely. I played it innocent, a feel of discontent. I'm finally facing it all, fearless. Burning the bridge that keeps us. I'm here and I'm feeling fearless. Exaggerated, that's what you assume. The story's over now, I must conclude. I am conflicted, watching where I step still, hanging in the balance. Not the life I want to live, I want to take it all. Standing tall, fear outweighed the person you are. Oh.
Now, once the city has finally got all of its buildings in and people are moving in, we become a small village or tiny village, and guess what? The traffic is just flowing. It's flowing freely because they go into the battery and they can go wherever they need to go. But once you're in the battery, you have to circle back around out of one of these intersections. And so far, this just seems to be the easiest way for a city to take shape. I hope you enjoyed this first episode of Tutoria. I plan to build this with a tutorial mindset, and maybe the next video can be garbage, power, or so on. I know the quality of the game isn't perfect right now, and my footage probably isn't the best, but I thank you guys for watching and sticking with me until I can upgrade the PC. Until next time, piss off.
2 to the 1, from the 1 to the 3. I like good pussy and I like good trees. Smoke so much weed you wouldn't believe, and I get more ass than a toilet seat. 3 to the 1, from the 1 to the 3. I met a bad bitch last night in the D. Let me tell you how I made her leave with me. Conversation and Hennessy. I've been to the motherfucking mountaintop.